In this video, we're going to discuss the difference between having a land business and a land side hustle. What's going on, guys? This is Sumner Healey from landinvestor.co. If you're new here, welcome. In the last 18 months, I've sold a little over $2.2 million of raw land on the internet, and I make these videos to document my journey and also to help you along the way. This is a topic that I am extremely passionate about, and to be honest, I think so many folks that get involved in the world of land investing, they stay at this side hustle mentality either for far too long or indefinitely. When I first started in the world of land investing, I knew from the second that I sniffed out the opportunity that this is something that I wanted to put every ounce of my soul and being into. There was not a shadow of a doubt that at any point in time this was going to be a side project, a side hustle, something that got just a small portion of my attention. And not that I'm anything special, but I will say the results that we've carried over the last 3.5 years are definitely not typical, right? They're a little bit outside of the norm in terms of the expectations set forth by other folks in this business. We were able to go from 0 to 6 figures in our first year, 0 to 7 figures in our second year, and then 0 to 7 figures again in our third year. And we're just kind of ratcheting up that ladder. And so what I'm gonna do in this video is break down where I see people getting caught up. There's just a few levers that need to be pulled to turn this to a business. And my hope is that I can get you out of that side hustle mentality. So stick to the end because we're gonna have some really juicy details that'll be tossing towards the end of this video. Now, the first cardinal sin that I see people repeating in this business is they treat marketing as if it's something that they should do when they feel like it. And in this business, marketing is direct mail. For the most part, if you're land investing, direct mail is going to be the main mode that you reach sellers. And there's so many dang people in this business who A, don't want to spend money on direct mail, or B, they push it off till the very end and, oh, you know what? I think today I'll send some direct mail. If you look at any other business, they have departments dedicated to marketing. They don't skip a beat with their marketing because if you're not marketing, in a lot of cases, you don't have a business at that point. It's specifically true with land investing. If we're not sending out campaigns, if we're not talking to sellers, there's no shot that we have deals within our pipeline to turn around and resell. The way you get over this is you build out a cadence for your marketing and you stick to it. The way that I advise doing this is you apply a dollar figure to what you can spend monthly. Hey, I'm gonna spend $10,000 a month on marketing. Then we can reverse engineer and say, hey, that should be about 18,000 to 20,000 pieces of direct mail that you can send out every single month, including direct mail cost and data cost. And then you just don't deviate from that plan. You need to get it into your head that there is no business without marketing. The second area that I see so many people getting hung up is they try to do everything themselves. I don't know of any other business where it's normal to have a one-man operation who's trying to do work every single angle of the business, yet folks think they can build a land investing business on their own. There's two suggestions that I have here. A, either bring on a partner from the jump. Divvy up the roles. Hey, one of you works acquisitions, one of you works dispositions. There's a really clear breakdown in how this business is structured, and so it actually works really well for partnership. If you don't want to go that route and you want to go more of the Sumner Healey Land Pioneer methodology, then you need to start hiring and delegating immediately. The career path that we put people on within our program is within the first 90 days, you should have an integrator VA working a lot of the minutia and small tasks within your business so you can start working on higher value tasks and drive more revenue. Yes, hiring people takes capital, it can feel daunting, and in a lot of cases, it requires a ton of upfront work to get them trained and groomed for the role. But there's an anecdote that I think of often. When I was working my corporate job, I was speaking with the CEO who I was pretty good friends with. And what he told me is for every single salaried employee, they're seeing a 4x multiple in terms of revenue that employee was driving to the business. That means they're paying them 100K, they're bringing in 400K of top line revenue into the business. So once I reframed this and I started looking at it in terms of every single person that I bring on is truly an investment, and like any good investment, there's going to be a return on the back end, it reframed the fact that I was pouring a ton of time and capital in terms of hiring folks, and I was looking at it as something that was going to pay dividends in the long run. The next area is a really simple one. This is specifically true if you're a solo operator and you're in that phase where you've yet to start delegating, you've yet to start hiring, is people don't pick up the phone. Look, one of the easiest levers you can pull to increase the yield of your mailers, to sell more properties, to ultimately drive more revenue for your business is to pick up the gosh darn phone. An amateur doesn't pick up the phone. Business always picks up the phone. A business always calls back the missed calls. A business always follows up. And so once you reframe and change your mentality around, hey, you know what, I'm busy right now, I'm not gonna take this call. No, you're running a business. You take every single call that comes in until you've got that delegated and you've got someone in that position to help manage that for you. And the last point that I'll bring up here is I see far too many folks who are trying to fund every single deal themselves. And if you're Daddy Warbucks and you've got a huge war chest of capital to put out there, that's fantastic. But if you're building a track record, you're doing deals consistently, you need to go find capital. Look, there's tons of people out there that have capital on the sidelines and have no vehicle or opportunity to go put that capital into. They're looking for you. They're waiting for you to reach out to them. Whether this is raising debt or you're giving equity within your deals, you need to start finding capital. It's one of the most important things that you can do as the CEO of your land investing business. This could be reaching out to other land investors. When I first started raising capital, I would just reach out to other land investors, say, hey, I've got this opportunity here. Do you want us JV on it, split it 50-50? You bring the money, I bring the deal, and we'll divvy up the proceeds 50-50. Do you want to do that? And most of them said yes, because it was an insane deal that I was giving. But over time, as I built my track record, I was able to go source cheaper and cheaper and cheaper capital. It's a really difficult business to run if you are funding every single piece of this business, including acquisitions. Simply, you'll run out of money. And because most of your deals have a 90 to 120 day turnaround until you actually get that capital back, it can be a really difficult business to manage cash flow with if you're funding every aspect of the business. So here's 5 levers that you can pull to take your land investing side hustle, hobby, whatever the heck you want to call this thing, the thing that you do on the weekends, to an actual real business that drives consistent revenue, that grows year after year, and ultimately that buys back your time. Really, that's what we're after here, right? We want a business that supports our team. We want a business that brings great results to our customers. And ultimately, we want a business that allows us to have the freedom to choose who we hang out with, when we hang out with them, where we hang out with them, what we want to do with their life, so we can buy back our most precious asset, which is time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a comment down below, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you really didn't like it. Either way, I would love to hear what you thought about it. And if you're curious about land investing, be sure to subscribe, or you can go check out our Land Investing Accelerator program. The link is down below. See you guys in the next video. Stay awesome.